In this video, we'll explore a use case where an AI agent built using the Vertesia platform assists in appealing a rejected insurance claim. So our scenario is going to involve a Mr. Robert Johnson who recently suffered a heart attack and spent 3 days in the hospital. Now, once Mr. Johnson is discharged from the hospital, there is a huge amount of paperwork to handle to successfully submit a claim. Now, to make matters more complex, this specific claim is going to be rejected, meaning a team of people now have to sift through mountains of information and documents and then resubmit the claim with corrections and any updates or additional documentation that's needed. Now, the Vertesia AI agent streamlines this process. So instead of humans sifting through mountains of information, our AI does the heavy lifting. So it reviews all the relevant information. It's going to draft an appeal letter. It's going to provide corrected claim information and generate two checklists, one for documentation and another for human review. Now, I actually want to start at the end and show what the AI agent was able to produce given all this information, and then we'll step back to see how we built this using the Vertesia platform. Now, when an agent has completed its work, it will provide a summary detailing the steps taken and documents created, and that's what we're seeing here. Now, I want to focus on two key outputs, the appeal letter and the human review checklist. So this appeal letter was drafted entirely by AI. It outlines the reasons for reconsideration, it cites emergency exceptions, documents medical necessity, and addresses the coding issues, just as a human would, but much faster. Obviously, nothing should be sent until a human has a chance to review everything. And that is where the human review checklist comes in, which is this next document we're going to look at. So the human review checklist clearly states each issue. The AI walks you through its approach, its reasoning for that approach, and it mentions any remaining gaps that require human intervention. So now that we've seen the output and what the agent's capable of, let's take a look at how we actually got there. So this is Vertesia's AI Studio. This is where you can build, test, and deploy AI services. And let's look at how we can build an agent that can help you appeal an insurance claim like the one we're looking at today. So when creating a new service in Studio, the first screen that you'll see is this configuration tab. You'll input basic details and you'll select the correct model for the job. Now, our platform connects to 11 providers and well over 100 different AI models. This allows you to switch between models based on your specific needs, things like speed, the model's problem-solving capability, and cost. Now, the next tab we'll look at is the prompt tab. This is where you'll instruct the model on what it needs to do using our modular prompt segments. So these modular prompt segments are stored in our prompt library. This approach allows for easy reuse. It gives you more control over the quality and the consistency of the prompts being used, and it also makes testing things out easier. Now, the system prompt at the very top, this defines the AI's roles and the guidelines that it needs to follow. So here you'll see that we're telling the model that it is an AI agent. This is how you should think about the task. These are your guidelines, and these are specific tools you have access to. The user prompt, the prompt below that one, contains the specific instructions for the task at hand. Now, on the right is a JavaScript template engine, which lets you instruct the model in plain language, but you can also add in variables and logic to build dynamic prompts that make it really, really easy to integrate into existing systems. Now, next in the Playground tab, this is where you can test the full service end-to-end before deploying. And it also allows you to experiment and iterate on different approaches to validate the use case that you're building. So the Vertesia Studio we're looking at is primarily for building, testing, and deploying AI services. So an end business user will likely not log into this user interface. Instead, they'll be logging into the applications that they already use on a day-to-day basis. And Vertesia will sit underneath that as an intelligent orchestration layer that's going to infuse those applications with generative AI. So to show you how this works in practice, let's hop over to another application that is powered by the Vertesia platform. This is a completely separate application that we have, and it leverages the services that we built in AI Studio. So by clicking right here, we can access the various AI services, including our claim denial assistant, all from this interface. So let's go ahead and run this using Robert Johnson's claim number, and we'll kick it off. Now, as the agent works, you'll see its thought process in real time. It creates a step-by-step plan. It mentions all the various tools that it has access to, things like, document creation, spreadsheet analysis, web searches. And then when the agent is complete, you can actually go back and view every single action that it took and the associated details with any of those actions. Now, this is important because it ensures full traceability so that any question about why an agent made a certain choice or why an agent produced a certain output can be answered by looking back through this audit trail. And so now you'll see we're right back where we began. Okay, we're looking at the final output that includes the detailed summary of the agent's actions, the documents it created, and we also have the ability to further interact with the agent for any clarification or questions we may have about the work that it did. Now, I built all of this using the Vertige platform in less than an hour. So this underscores Vertige's ability to significantly streamline complex processes by building out AI services that can work alongside humans to complete important tasks, things like appealing a claim rejection, in a fraction of the time. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you think.